welcome to my channel, Be a Lady TV. I'm Bianca, and today I have an OT video for you, and I will just be going over some things that I think a travel therapist should possess while traveling. I think it's about 10 things in no particular order. So if you're interested in hearing those things, let's go. So, I made this list a while ago actually. And I figured since I just finished my second assignment in Albuquerque, now would be a good time to talk about it. And let me see. Okay, got it. So I finished my second assignment and they actually wanted me to renew my assignment. So I'll be in Albuquerque for another 3 months. And so going on, the first thing on my list, I know I said it's not in any particular order, and it's not, but I do think this deserves to be number one. You should have savings before, you should have enough savings saved up before you leave and for after your assignment. See, I didn't have much of my savings because you have to pay for a lot of things up front, like your housing. If you need another license for that state, you get reimbursed for all those things, you know, once you get your housing stipend, and then they reimburse you for travel if that's included in your contract, and you know, like getting your license for that state as well. Like I had to get, you know, my license for New Mexico, of course. And that's just money that has to come out of your pocket up front until it's reimbursed. So I would say have, you know, at least a month worth of bills saved up for, you know, wherever you're living, wherever you're leaving. Like I live in Mobile, so I think you should definitely have enough saved to cover those bills. And your bills for wherever you're going until those reimbursements start coming in. And when I say after it's like between assignments, whether you're leaving one place and going straight to an assignment, or you're taking some time off. Especially if you're taking time off, you need to have money saved. And that's why, again, it's important to negotiate, you know, or to have a assignment where you make good money so that you can save. Because if you don't have, you know, anything saved and you just really breaking even, you know, we don't like to break even. Then between assignments and like you don't have no money because if you don't have anything saved, you don't have, you know, a nest egg. If you take time off, even if it's a week or so, that's like 2 weeks without pay, and you have to have money to get to the next place. You know, that includes you driving there if you're driving, car maintenance, gas is through the roof right now, and then again being able to pay for housing and new licenses for another state if you're going to another state and stuff like that. So you should definitely have money saved before you start traveling. Okay, number 2, confidence in your skill set. From my experience with my little traveling, like they don't have time to train you. That's why they're paying you to come in, because they need somebody to get in and start working. So you probably, you know, I would assume are good at your job. But you also need to know that you're good at your job. And I kind of have, you know, a slight imposter syndrome sometimes. I go in and I'm just like, oh God, I'm horrible. But I always get, you know, compliments and I don't know. Like I always get told how well I do my job. So that's good to hear, but it's good to have that, you know, internally when you're out traveling, because you need to know what you're doing. Though, because who wants to hire somebody pay them the big bucks. Then they get here and they're acting clueless or just don't know what they're doing. You know, it's not a good look, okay? And piggybacking off of that, number 3 is be able to take constructive criticism. So when I first started my job in Albuquerque, I received some constructive criticism about my notes, my documentation. And I took full responsibility for that because my full-time job, they weren't super picky about notes. And then back in Texas, they weren't picky about notes either. So this, facility, they're like, you gotta step it up. So I took it and I did it, and it's great. Now I get told that my notes are, top notch. So be able to take constructive criticism. Number 4, know how to pack minimally. That was my downfall. I took everything that I thought I was going to use, and I didn't use half of the things. So pack clothes that you're, the minimum amount of clothes. Because if you're like me, you're going to acquire more things once you're there. So pack light. Because I had clothes, shoes, I brought a whole printer, a TV, just random knick-knack stuff. I got 2 laptops. I packed everything, okay? And since I didn't drive home from Texas, I'm lugging all this stuff around with me now. And of course, I'm accumulating more things. So pack light, okay? And depending on the place that you live, because everywhere that I've lived has been fully furnished with, TV and everything included. So I bought this, big ass TV, and I didn't need it. So, check into things like that before you start packing. Number 5, you will need a hobby. You get it's boring, okay? You're in a new city and a new place, and for the first couple of weeks, you're probably just gonna be working and getting acclimated to the job and the setting. So I always suggest to have a hobby. This place is, this job is not so much, I don't think, for extremely extroverted people, because there's going to be, a lot of times where you're bored, you don't have anything to do, depending on the place. Albuquerque is a fairly big city, so there are things to do here, but if you're in like a remote area like I was in Texas and there's nothing to do, like, God, you need a hobby. Me, I string beads, I make my waist beads and my jewelry, my rings and stuff. So definitely have a hobby, be able to entertain yourself. Yeah. Oh, number 6, my favorite one. Learn how to lie, think quick on your feet. Especially being a woman in a strange place. You don't want to tell people that you're here all by yourself, no one, away from home. You just don't want to do that because you don't know who is like watching you, who's preying on you, It's a scary world we live in, unfortunately. So don't go somewhere telling people that, oh, I'm just here, I'm all by myself, I live alone, I don't know anybody. Like, you're a target for somebody to hurt you, to rob you, kidnap you. Sex trafficking is real, okay? So don't be out here telling people. I don't give my real name. I say that I moved here with my brother. He works at such and such, blah, blah, blah. Just think quick, or just already have a story that you're going to tell people. If you're out somewhere and you don't feel, somebody approaches you and you're not really feeling easy about it, just say, oh, I'm just here waiting on my friends. Don't do that, because you just never know until you really get to know people. I don't tell nobody nothing if I can help it. Again, piggybacking off of that, intuition and discernment. I have been places here. Well, Albuquerque is, nowhere I've been is a predominantly Black city. But if I go in a place and I don't feel comfortable just walking straight through the door, I'll leave. That place is not for me. People, if I'm talking to somebody and I get the ick, we're not talking no more. And that's when I start lying. Profuse, like compulsive lying, and I'm getting out of there. Like, you should, when you driving, oh God. In cities like this, really any city, you could be driving down a good neighborhood, and then you turn the corner and you're in the hood. And you need to know when to get the fuck out of there. Okay? Like, have some discernment and intuition. Don't just be going certain places, certain areas, in certain times of the day. Really, after, when it gets dark, if I'm not familiar with that area, I don't go there, because I don't know what's gonna happen. If somebody try to take me, I can't even tell you where I'm at. So, intuition, discernment. Piggybacking off of that, number 8, protection. Everybody's not, gonna have a gun. They're not, up in arms. But me, I'm packing. I got a little 22. She's about this big, cute. She fit in my bra and my purse. And nobody knows that I have her. But that's me. I don't mind toting a gun. Some people aren't, into guns like that. And that's fine. But you should have something, whether it's mace, pepper spray, a knife, or one of those little pokey stabby things. You should have something, especially being a woman, to protect yourself. You never know what's going to happen. Hopefully, we hope and pray that we are never in a situation where you have to use those types of things, but it can happen, and you want to be prepared. Okay. Number 9, have an open mind about location. My first assignment, was in Perryton, Texas, the very top of Texas, like 5 minutes away from like the Oklahoma Panhandle. I was extremely open-minded about that place, but it was like this big. It was nothing to do. I was extremely bored and, slightly low-key depressed there. But I will say I met some great people there that I still communicate with, and it was a good experience overall. And then I got offered Albuquerque, and I almost didn't take this assignment because it was so far away from home. To me, it's like an 19 hour drive. Different time zone, completely different climate, just everything different, and I almost didn't do it. So I'm so glad that I did, because I really like it out here. The mountains are beautiful. I just love it. So I would say have an open mind about your location, but also don't just take anything they hand you. Because I was also offered an assignment in Iowa, someplace, and there's like even a smaller percentage of Black people there. And I did some quick Google searches. Google is your friend. I did some quick Google searches just about you know, Black people in the community, and it was not good. They ranked high for, it's odd to me that Black people were the smallest percentage of the population, but they made up the largest percentage of like arrest and incarceration. So I was not feeling that place at all. So have an open mind, but still be smart about your decisions. Number 10, explore the area, learn the history, have fun. There is so much history here in Albuquerque, and there was a good bit in Perryton too. Everywhere you go, I mean, there's got to be some kind of history there. But this place is a very Native American, Indian populated place, as well as Hispanics, Mexicans. So there are tons of, you know, oh, and they have a beautiful balloon festival like in October. I'll be here for that. So there's just a lot of culture here, and museums, and a lot of history, a lot of things to do, places to eat. So just explore. I mean, you're there for a short time, not a long time, so have fun. Oh, number 11 was have a sense of direction. Thankfully, my dad taught me to read signs when I was young. Signs, mile markers, you know, north and south. The interstate ends with the odd number. East and west, it ends with the even number. You know, things like that. So be hyper aware of your surroundings in case you do get lost. The first probably month or so here, I purposely didn't use my GPS in the daytime, okay? In the daytime. And we just ride around and visit the places that, you know, Target, Trader Joe's, the mall, my job. Just kind of aimlessly wandering around, just learning my way in case some crazy freak accident happens and my GPS isn't working. I have some sense of direction of where I am and how to get where I'm going. So Texas and here, if I don't learn my way anywhere else, I know how to get home, because you need to know how to get home, okay? And that's it, guys. So hopefully this was kind of helpful, giving you, you know, more insight on being a travel therapist. So if you like this video, and if you want more like this, then like this video and comment on this video. Let me know what you want, what other questions you have, and please don't forget to subscribe, okay? I'll see y'all next time. Bye.